But we can all agree, and I would absolutely agree, this is definitely the worst Edgar Wright film. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is Emilia Mirror Reviews. My name is On the Brink, and today I'm going to review the latest action thriller film, and that film is The Running Man. This movie is directed by Edgar Wright and stars Glen, Powell, Emilia Jones, Lee Pace, Cera, Jayme Lawson, Katie M. O'Brien, Domingo, and Josh Brolin. And this movie is the second adaptation of the Stephen King novel. It is not a remake to the Arnold Schwarzenegger classic. It's a second adaptation. A man joins the game show in which contestants allowed to flee anywhere in the world are pursued by hunters hired to kill them. So, this is a year for Stephen King adaptations. We are getting so many Stephen King adaptations this year, and most of them have been pretty good this year. So, we have a new Stephen King adaptation of The Running Man that is directed by Edgar Wright, which is a director that I really do love, with the Cornetto trilogy, Baby Driver, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I love most of the movies that Edgar Wright has done. Even Last Night in Soho, which a lot of people didn't like, I really did enjoy. So of course when I heard that Edgar Wright is tackling on The Running Man, I was very interested. And also, I am a fan of the original Arnold Schwarzenegger classic. I think it's a very fun movie. It's over the top as hell. It's not my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger film, but I really did enjoy the original Running Man. Kellyanne, here's your Sub-Zero. Now, he's playing Zero. So of course I was pumped for this remake. First, when it comes to them remaking or doing an adaptation of Running Man, I didn't know what to think, but until Edgar Wright is up to the challenge, I'm like, you know what? I am so in. And I love this cast. I love Glen Powell. He's definitely becoming a big superstar right now. Josh Brolin, Domingo. There's so many great actors when it comes to this movie. And the trailers of the film, this movie just looks like a lot of freaking fun. So I have high hopes for this adaptation, and I gotta say guys, after walking out of this film, I know this film has got a lot of mixed bag reviews. Some people like this movie, some people didn't like this film, but we can all agree, and I would absolutely agree, this is definitely the worst Edgar Wright film. Like, I would say the least Edgar Wright film in his filmography. But I still had a fun time with this movie. It's definitely not a perfect movie, it definitely has its flaws, and yes, for an Edgar Wright film, I'm a bit disappointed saying that, but for what we got, I still enjoyed this movie for what it was, and I would definitely say the cast is one of the biggest positives when it comes to this film, especially Glen Powell in this film. He is a star, especially in this movie. He is really good in this movie. He looks like he had a lot of fun playing this role in the film. You know, he's playing a struggling fighter that's trying to make money for his sick child, and of course he auditioned to be in the Running Man show to save his son and his family, and you get his motivation. You really get his motivation in this film, but also he's just a lot of fun to film during the action scenes and his over-the-top performance itself, and I thought Glen Powell, he's definitely becoming a new action star right now, and any film that Glen Powell's in, I'm like, you know what? I'm looking forward to it because I'm starting to grow and liking Glen Powell ever since Top Gun Maverick. He's definitely starting to grow on me, more and more movies to come. This movie, he is fantastic in this film. The rest of the cast in The Running Man is fantastic as well. Josh Brolin is fantastic in the film. He's not in the film all that much, but when he is on screen, he is very menacing in this film. He's so unlikable in this film, and I think his performance, screen presence is really well done in the film, and I love his rivalry chemistry with Glen Powell in the film. I thought that's really well done in the film. Domingo though, this actor is a star right now. This guy is being in so many movies. I haven't seen Sing Sing. I heard he is fantastic in that film. I need to watch that film. He is so over the top in this film playing the host of The Running Man. He looks like he has so much fun playing this role. But, you know, the rest of the cast is great in the film. Emilia Jones is really good in this film. Cera is good in this film. Daniel Ezra, everyone does a fantastic job in the film. But definitely this is Glen Powell's film. He is definitely the star of this film. And I also love the world building that this movie presented. I think the way this movie looks great. The visual effects, like the overall look of this film, it looks futuristic. I love the way this movie looks. And of course the action scenes in this movie are just so much fun in this film. It's definitely popcorn entertainment if you're looking for some popcorn entertainment. The action scenes are definitely there. It's a lot of fun, and I think the cinematography that Edgar Wright presented is really well done in this film. I think the way the action scenes look, it looks fantastic. I think Edgar Wright directed the action scenes really freaking well. This is definitely one of those movies that knows exactly what it is. It's trying to just be a fun action thriller film, and I think Edgar Wright, throughout the most part, directed this movie really freaking well. I even think the emotional moments in the film is also really well done in this film. This film does have some dark aspects that I was expecting, and it goes in ways where I'm like, okay, Edgar Wright did a really good job in that. But this film is just an overall popcorn fun action film that I feel like Edgar Wright does a really good job directing at. But unfortunately, like I said, this is definitely my least favorite Edgar Wright film that he is directing, because this film could have been so much better. I would give this movie credit. It could have been so much better than it actually presented. But like I said, it's a fun popcorn action film, and I was so fine with it. But definitely my biggest flaw when it comes to The Running Man is the tone. This movie doesn't really know what it wants to be. There are times where this film gets very dramatic and very dark at a couple of moments, and then the film just goes into a comedy / fun action film. And the comedy of this film, there are some comedy aspects that I feel like it's a little bit forced. Most of the comedy of the film, I was laughing, you know, I was literally putting off my mindset and just enjoy for what it was. But some of the comedy in The Running Man, I'm just like, okay, that felt a little bit too forced for me. Which is such a shame for Edgar Wright, you know, I want this movie to be great, but with those tone changes, it definitely goes down in a down spiral for me. And the film does drag. Like, this film is way too long than it actually presented. I definitely felt the pacing of this film that felt a bit too long. The film does drag towards the third act when I'm just like, okay, let's just keep the film going. It was starting off really freaking strong, and it just became a fun movie. Then the film just drags a little bit and slows the film down. So yeah, with those flaws, yes, I am very disappointed that this film is not the best film that Edgar Wright has directed, and I was expecting a little bit more when it comes to this adaptation. It's like I said, it's just these tone changes that I felt like it made the film just a little bit too messy for me. But guys, overall, The Running Man is still a fun, good time. If you want to see a fun action movie that knows exactly what it is, The Running Man is definitely for you. Glen Powell is absolutely the star of this film. He absolutely crushes it in this film. The direction that Edgar Wright was going for in this film within the action scenes and the overall cinematography is really well done in the film. The rest of the cast does a great job in the film. Josh Brolin. Lee Pace is also really good in the film, I forgot to mention. Cera, everyone does a really fantastic job in the film. It's just a fun action film that knows exactly what it is. It's definitely a popcorn fun movie, but I just feel like the tone changes is what drags the movie down for me. It doesn't really know what it wants to be. There are times where the film goes dramatic, then it goes to a fun movie. I feel like the film has its own identity crisis in my personal opinion, and the film does drag on just a little bit throughout the third act. The movie is way too long than it actually is. But other than that, guys, this movie knows exactly what it is. It's just a fun popcorn movie that I would definitely recommend. It's definitely not the best Edgar Wright film. It's definitely in my least favorite Edgar Wright films. But I didn't walk out of the film like saying, oh, this film really disappointed me. Like, I really hated the film. I had a fun time with the film. It's just a film that I wish it could have been so much better than it actually presented. But for what it was, like I said, it's just a fun popcorn movie that knows exactly what it is. So I'm okay how this Running Man adaptation turns out. It could have been better though. I'm going to say for The Running Man, definitely go see this film at a matinee price. Which is a letdown to say that this is an Edgar Wright film and I'm giving it that rating, but I just had to be honest here. This is my least favorite Edgar Wright film in his filmography, but I still had a fun time with The Running Man nonetheless. So guys, that is my review for The Running Man. Let me know what you think of this film in the comments below. Do you like the film, hate the film, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contacting with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notify for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.